My name is Harriet Kasoa. I'm a food content creator and I'm a millennial on the move. I create food content that involves recipe development, restaurant reviews, where I go to restaurant, eat food and say something about the food that the restaurant is offering. I also do brand partnerships and promotions.
This is your reminder to add veggies to your plate.
My line of work entails a lot of preparation, a lot of research. With regards to the recipes I'll be doing, the content I'll be doing. I also work with some brands, food brands. Before I do any content, before I prepare any recipes, I do some research about the recipes I'll be doing, the origin of the recipe if it's an international cuisine, and I also do a lot of preparation, so I go source out for ingredients. I also shoot a lot of video and photo content for both recipes and restaurant reviews. A lot of editing comes after the shooting of the recipes. Once the production part is finished, I now go into the social media where I use Instagram as my primary social media platform. I schedule my content, engage with my audience, post my content. My typical day starts at 5 a.m. I'm an early bird, so I wake up very early and I have a morning devotion for like 1 hour. After that I prepare breakfast and just do some few house chores. And after that I now get into my day. I do, if I need to send emails or schedule some posts or a little bit of editing. And because I'm a morning person, I'm very productive in the morning, so I take advantage of the morning hours to do all my work. And in the evening, it's now a little bit of research and learning. If I need to learn any new editing style or shooting angles, then the evenings are usually for learning. My favorite breakfast has to be pancakes. And that's because I think that was the first meal I learned how to make. When I was really young, I learned how to make pancakes from my mom, and it has remained to be a staple even in my house as I stay alone. So my typical breakfast, or my favorite breakfast, is pancakes and hot chocolate. What I love most about what I do is definitely the food. It's the best part of what I do, enjoying the food, eating the food, and just enjoying whatever I have created. And something else that really makes me happy, or something that I enjoy about what I do, is having people at a table and they're just enjoying the food. It really fills my heart, yeah, when I see people enjoying my food. My favorite food, I don't think I can place a finger to a favorite food or a food that I love a lot. I enjoy cooking almost everything. I love my food so much, and I actually enjoy eating my food more than anyone else's food. So I can't really say I have a favorite. However, I enjoy chicken a lot more. Well, growing up, I can say I was a really calm child. I was shy, I was an introvert, I still am. And I can also say I was a very creative kid. In the lines of poetry, drama and music festival, you will always find me there. As much as I was silent, I expressed myself through art. And I also loved gardening, and because I got it from home, we had a little kitchen garden, and that's where my love for gardening came from. I also started cooking when I was really young, around 8 or 9 years old. That's when I started realizing I love the kitchen. At that time, I didn't really know it was a passion. I just loved the kitchen, and people would tell me that I love to eat. That's why I love the kitchen. And that's where my passion for cooking came from. In primary school, I went to Mombasa Academy in Vihiga County. I also went to the same school for high school, Mombasa Academy. And in university, I went to Strathmore University and took a Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies. I did extend my passion to my studies, and actually my journey in content creation started as a class assignment. So as much as I loved cooking, I really enjoyed cooking. I was staying in a hostel and there was no way I was gonna cook. This one time in second year, I had moved out of the hostel and we were given an assignment to create content around anything we love. And I took that opportunity to create food content, and I posted my first food post on Instagram, and from there I have never looked back. People really liked, especially the people who personally knew me, but they didn't know I loved cooking. And especially my friends, I can say they really enjoyed my food. They always looked forward to my shooting days so that I could carry something to school. And yeah, it was just interesting, and I actually graduated with a lot of debts, a lot of food debt to my classmates because I promised everyone food and somehow I was not able to I was not able to deliver that. But they really enjoyed my food, the people that, had an opportunity to taste my food.
Let's make this creamy potato salad.
When I was really young, I didn't really think this was going to grow to this extent. I just loved cooking. It was just like, how girls are brought up to love the kitchen, but mine was a little bit more special. So when I joined university, that's when I was exposed to social media platforms like Instagram, and I got to see people really creating content, and it was a career. So I really got inspired by that, and I just got so much push from within to start creating content. So it didn't really start as a passion or a career, but with time, as I grew in age, the passion in me grew. Since it is cold and empty. My parents' reaction when I told them I wanted to pursue content creation as a career, at first they were very skeptical about it because they didn't know much about content creation and how one could make it a career. But with time they got to accept it, and they have really supported me, especially when I was still in university, and I could create so much content, and with time I started getting some brand collaborations. So it gave them an assurance that this is actually a career and someone can make money from it. Something else that convinced my parents that content creation was actually a promising career is the fact that content creation and whatever I studied in university, Bachelor of Arts in Communication, actually have a relation. And I apply a lot of what I studied in university in my content creation, how to manage my brand, how to engage with my audience, and even create good content for my platforms. So that is one thing that really assured my parents that I'm on the right path and I'm actually doing something that is a career. My parents have really been supportive throughout this journey. They have really been my biggest source of encouragement and motivation. They really believe in what I do and all my dreams and goals that I have. They offer me a listening ear, and they are always encouraging me to just keep pushing and keep doing whatever I'm doing. As a millennial, it is important to have your parents' support because it really encourages you and it motivates you to even do more, because when your parents are in agreement with whatever you are doing, then that is enough support for you to keep doing and just keep chasing your dreams. One of my biggest highlights in my career has been to work with one of the biggest beverage brands in the country, and I'll tell you more about that after the short break. Welcome back. My name is Harriet, and before the break I had mentioned one of my biggest highlights is working with a really big beverage brand in Kenya, and so I'll just tell you more about it. I received a call, I think this was in 2021, and before that I had worked with other brands, but in my wildest imaginations, I didn't imagine working with this brand. So it was a really interesting experience, a 4-month contract. And this is one of the campaigns that really pushed me to levels that I didn't imagine myself I would ever get to those levels. It really expanded my creativity and just assured me that I'm really on the right path. If this brand could reach out to me, then I can possibly do anything in this content creation career. Apart from that brand collaboration, I've also worked with other brands, big and small, brands in Africa, and that just really motivated me and assured me that I'm doing the right thing. On top of that, another big highlight is starting a business. So the small business on Instagram, I sell food photography props, backdrops and props that help food photographers and content creators like me create amazing content.
Yum, 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 yum.
Some of the lessons I have learned throughout my career, one of the biggest is self-discipline. And this is just, especially as a young content creator starting out, you don't really have a team, you don't have a brand manager, you don't have a social media manager, so you do everything by yourself. And this involves a lot of time management, discipline, financial discipline, and also just you need to really get drive from within to keep you going and creating really nice content without really having a team that is backing you up. I have learned never to compromise on planning. Plan and plan and plan to the T, because when you have a really good plan, then the execution process will be very smooth. Another lesson I have learned is consistency. If you really want your brand to grow and to really have a positive impact, especially on social media, is that you really need to be consistent with your content. And consistency also involves the quality, really good content, give people value for their follow. Because when someone follows you, they expect something from you. My mantra is when you do something with genuine love and intention, it will always work out. So whatever you do, you should love what you do and be very intentional about working on this thing until it works out. What I do to practice my skills more and ensure I'm ahead of the game is a lot of learning. The content creation space and social media is an always evolving space, so you have to learn a lot and unlearn that which is not necessary anymore. So a lot of learning, a lot of consulting from people, working with other people, and just building networks that will help you grow in this space. One of my biggest dreams is to be the greatest content creator in my time, and also I see myself as an author, a cookbook author. And in the past 10-15 years, there were not so many African cookbook authors, but now there are a number, especially in Kenya, and that has really motivated me and encouraged me that I can also be an author of several cookbooks. Where I think millennials go wrong in pursuit of their dreams and goals is millennials are always expecting results a little bit too quick. So when something doesn't really blow up, or when they don't get exactly what they need in a really short time, they give up in their dreams. If you're out there, you're a millennial and you want to do anything, whatever you want to do, my advice to you is that you should first of all believe in yourself, that you can, and you actually can. So once you have that right in your mind, then just go for it. It won't be easy. There are a lot of challenges in whatever career you're pursuing, but just be consistent, believe in yourself. For anyone who's looking to be a food content creator, one advice I'd give you is that the food content creation space is very broad and there's literally space for anyone. So you shouldn't feel intimidated that there are many food creators on the internet. You can also be part of them. There's literally cake for everyone. And something else is that You shouldn't compare yourself, because I believe comparison is the enemy of success or the enemy of happiness. Keep pushing, and the people who you think are doing better than you, then you should make them your friends, because you will learn so much from them, especially the content creators who have already grown and they are big and they are doing well in their careers. Then you should make them your friends and don't compare, just do your thing.
I just love the joy and pride I get when harvesting veggies from my own garden.
During my free time, I garden a lot. I have a little kitchen garden that I take care of. So I look after that a lot during my free time. I also attend networking events, especially food events, where I get to meet new people, try new foods, and just learn about this food space. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Cooking with Harriet and see what I do. You will maybe learn 1 or 2 new recipes that you've always wanted to learn, and we can connect and engage there. Social media has been very instrumental in my content creation career. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook, where I post all my content, the recipes that I develop, and engage with my audience, has been the reason why I've been able to grow in this content creation career.